Good evening, trustees, staff, and families and friends. Welcome to our board meeting this evening, September 25th board meeting, our second meeting of the new school year. And once again, we welcome everyone. With that said, I'm just going to call this meeting to order, and I'm just going to ask us to each and every one to join us as we acknowledge the land in which we are situated on. And for the national anthem, for those that are able to stand for the national anthem, we invite you to stand with us at that time. Thank you.
The land upon which we work, live, and sustain ourselves is the ancestral and treaty lands of the Michizagig Anishinaabe, also known today as the Mississaugas of the Credit, the rightful caretakers and title holders of this land. We also recognize the rich pre-contact history and relationships which include the Anishinaabe and the Ongwe Hongwe.
Since European contact, this land continues to be home to Indigenous and non-Indigenous peoples. As responsible community members, we value the diversity, dignity, and worth of all people.
Colonialism displaced and dispossessed Indigenous peoples of their ancestral land
and continues to deny their basic human rights, dignities, and freedoms.
We are committed to learning true history to reconcile, make reparations, and fulfill our treaty obligations to the original peoples and our collective responsibilities to the lands, water, animals, and each other for future generations.
If you're able to stand. Thank you. You may be seated. Just before I ask for approval of the agenda, I just want to add one item this afternoon to our agenda, which will be 15A, which is student staff success story. With that said, I'm going to ask Trustee Cameron, Trustee Ovs to move the agenda for me, please. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. Declaration of conflict of interest. Looking around the table, not seeing any. Thank you. All right, we're moving. Okay, we're going to move right down to item 6, which is staff recognition. And we're going to go to 6.1, and it's our retirement. And I'm going to turn it over to our vice chair at this time to congratulate our retirees.
Thank you, Chair Green, and through you, I'm happy to applaud our retiring staff members and their service. Every month, the Peel District School Board recognizes the staff members who are retiring or have retired recently. Today, we are happy to recognize our 28 staff members who are retiring from the service. Among them are 1 elementary principal, 1 elementary vice principal, 8 classroom teachers, 2 office managers, 3 office assistants, 1 school attendant, 2 head custodians, 2 custodians, 1 assistant supervisor for maintenance, 2 educational assistants, 1 educational assistant for special needs, 2 special language pathologists, 1 workforce planning specialist, one assistant to executive lead for public engagements and communications. All names and the titles of the retirees are displayed on the screen here. We thank all the retirees for their service and dedication to the board, students, families, and community. It is through the collective work and efforts of our staff that make a positive difference in the lives of our students, their families, and the communities. Your commitment to help each student achieve to the best of their ability is appreciated. We wish the very best for your happy retirement. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair Johal. This time I'm going to ask Trustee Davy and Trustee Cole if you would move that for me, please. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. And we're going to go down to item 7, which is the chair's announcement. I do not have any announcement tonight, but I just want to make a brief comment and just to say thank you. Thank you to all our staff that has made this year's startup of school a success. Yes, I know there has been some challenges, but you have done an amazing job, a great job. And I want to even start from our custodian who got those schools ready and prepared, because I was in some of the school over the summer, and the work that they put in to make sure that our student had good and clean place to return to was amazing. So I want to thank them, thank all our principal, all our staff, our ASU staff, who has done an amazing job. This year is one of the first year in my 21 years as being a trustee, I have only taken just a handful of call around startup. So I want to thank you and know, as I said, I know there has been some challenges, but thank you for your patience and for working with us. Together, we will continue to make a difference in the life of every student in Peel. Thank you. Trustee Benjamin and Trustee Cameron is moving that for me. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. Okay, move down to item 8, which is a trustee appointed to external organization. I did not get any requests from any trustees, so I'm going to move on to item 9 on the agenda, which is approval of minutes from previous board meetings. And the minutes from our board meeting of August 28, they're here. And I'm going to ask Trustee B. McDonald and Trustee Davies to put it on the floor for me. Question, concerns? I'm seeing none. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. We're going to move down to committees, minutes and motions. So we're going to go down to 10.1, which is a notice, a motion from Special Advisory Committee of May 28. That was referred from July the 2nd board meetings. We already had approved the minutes of that meeting, and because it was already approved, out of that there was a motion that was arise. But I understand that that was taken care of at our last SEAC meeting. So now I'm gonna be because this is gonna be dealt with later on, the concerns will be dealt with later on in the agenda. I'm just gonna ask Trustee Alves and who else, Trustee Benjamin, to put this on the floor for me. Okay, all right, any question, concerns? All those in favor? Carries, thank you. And we're gonna go down to 10.2, which is the minutes from our Parents Involved Committee of June the 13th, and they're here for receipt. Trustee Benjamin and Trustee Promoli is moving that for me. Question, concerns? I see none. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. And then we have the minutes from our Special Ed Advisory Council. Trustee Benjamin is on that one, and Trustee Alves is moving that for me. Okay. Any question or concerns? See none. All those in favor of that? Out of that, we do got the next item that is on the agenda, which is item 10.4, which is our Governance and Policy Committee meetings of August the 27th. And Trustee B. McDonald and Trustee Bailey is putting that on the floor for me. Okay, question, concerns? See none. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. Then we're going to go to 10.5, which is the Physical and Planning Financial Building meeting of September the 10th. Trustee Cameron and Trustee K. McDonald is putting that on the floor for me. Question, concern? All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. And then we're going to go down to the item 10.6, which is the minutes from our Governance and Policy of September 11. Trustee B. McDonald on this one, and Trustee Cole putting that on the floor for me. Question, concerns? See none. All those in favor? All right. Out of that meeting, there was also a motion which came out of that meeting. So out of that meeting, we have the motion that read, rising from the meeting of the Governance and Policy Committee meeting held on September the 11th, 2024, the following recommendation was brought to board for approval. Trustee honoraria policy. That a revised trustee honoraria policy pertaining to year November 15, 2024 to November 14, 2025, which is attached as Appendix A, be approved effective November 15, 2024, and that the policy GOV 103 pertaining to the period of November 15 to November 14, 2024, be repealed effective November 15, and that is Appendix A. And then that's one, and then two, that the revised electronic monitoring policy attached as Appendix A be approved. And the chair of that committee is moving that, Trustee Davies. Who else is on that? Trustee Alves is on that one. Question or concern? See none. All those in favor of this motion? Okay, carries. Thank you. I'm going to move down to item 10.7, which is the motion from Special Ed Advisory Committee of September the 17th. Okay. So before I read the motion, Trustee Alves is putting it on the floor, and Trustee Johal is seconding it. Okay. All right. So, rising from the meeting of the Special Ed Advisory Committee meeting held on September the 17th, the following recommendations are brought for board approval. That the appointment of a new representative from Seaborne Africa-centric Circle of Support and the Special Education Advisory Committee. That Felix Dewey serve as the representation, and Sia Sobu as the alternative representative for the Seaborne African Circle of Support and the Special Ed Advisory Committee effective October 2024, which is attached at Appendix A, and that the report be from the 2024 to 2025, that the Peel District School Board Special Ed Advisory Plan be received. That's the motion. Trustee Alves.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move that that motion be slightly amended to read that the 2024 to 2025 Special Education Plan be approved.
Okay. And can I have somebody to second that? Trustee Benjamin is putting her hands up. Okay, anybody have any question or concern around that? I'm seeing none. Okay. With the amendment that was added by Trustee Alves, okay? Is anybody want to speak to the amendment? Okay, Trustee Hobbs want to speak to it?
Just if anyone needs any
Okay.
clarification, it's just through you, Mr. Chairman. This is just a procedural amendment.
Yeah.
It comes down to some language used by our wonderful fill-in for the committee, was filling in for the chair. So this is some Robert's Rules clarification.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, all those in favor of the motion with the amendments? Approved, thank you. Great, thank you, Trustee Alves. Okay, all right, we're getting there. And we're gonna move down to staff report. Which our first staff report this afternoon is 11.1. Our multi-year strategic plan report, 1, curriculum school improvement department. I'm going to turn it over to our director to introduce our associate director who will be speaking to this.
Thank you, Chair Green. And through you, I'm going to give a little introduction to this report because starting from this month, September, staff reports at every board meeting for this year will include a multi-year strategic plan progress report or reports to provide the trustees with updates from different departments on how we are mobilizing the multi-year strategic plan. And with that, I pass it over to Associate Director Harjeet Aujla.
Thank you very much, Director Swaroop. And through you, Chair Green, we will introduce the multi-year strategic plan progress report number 1. The Peel District School Board's multi-year strategic plan provides a strong foundation for ensuring student success with a focus on student achievement, safety and well-being, equity and inclusion, and community engagement. To promote student success through inclusion, innovation, and empowerment, we will engage positivity, empathy, environmental stewardship, and leadership. The ongoing work of the Curriculum and School Improvement Department plays a significant role in advancing each of these important goals. I will now ask Laura Shabaro, Superintendent of Curriculum and School Improvement, to share the report and highlight the work for students, for staff, and for Peel District School Board, families, and communities.
Thank you, Associate Director Aujla, and through you, Chair Green. Good evening, everyone. I am pleased to share with you the September progress report outlining ongoing work that will be taken by the Curriculum and School Improvement Department throughout the year that directly address goal number 1 in support of student achievement as stated in the multi-year strategic plan. Even though the ongoing actions that will be shared with you this evening specifically address goal number 1, we know that their impact will transfer to the other 3 goals within the plan. The Curriculum and School Improvement Department is committed to advancing the goals of this plan by fostering equitable, innovative, and inclusive teaching and learning environments. By providing specific support for students, staff, and families, our department will prioritize academic excellence, well-being, and creativity, ensuring that all students, specifically those who continue to experience disproportionate outcomes, are supported and prepared so they can thrive in their educational pathways and future careers. Please feel free to follow along with the slideshow as we share the work in support of students, staff, and families across the Peel District School Board. For our youngest students, we launched a new math resource. This resource will help students naturally engage with math through play in a manner that will foster their agency and ownership while developing their math skills as outlined in Goal 1.1 in the plan. For students in Year 2 of kindergarten to grade 2, we're implementing reading screeners to assess early reading skills. Our goal is to have all Year 2 to grade 2 students, which total about 30,000 students, screened by November. Data collected from the screener will support our efforts in establishing clear reading benchmarks for students as per Goal 1.2 of the plan. This screening process also supports us in actioning recommendations outlined in the 2024 Human Rights Right to Read report. For students in grades 7 and 8 who identify as female and as Black, African, Afro-Caribbean, we will be hosting the Kumba Conference again. This conference will take place in June of 2025. The goal of the conference is to bring students face-to-face with successful Black women in STEAM fields. Last year, PDSB's young Black females who attended noted that they felt empowered to be anything they want to be. For students in grades 7 to 10, we are increasing the number of Counting on You, or COI programs. The goal for 2024-25 is to offer literacy and math extension programs in more high schools throughout Peel. These programs will be offered to students before or after school, addressing Goal 1.2 of the plan. We continue to offer night credit courses for grade 11 and grade 12 students. This fall, we are offering over 15 different credits, and registration is at 1,300 students addressing Goal 1.1 of the plan. For all students, we continue to offer international languages opportunities. We have 24 languages in locations across the district. Our enrollment has exceeded expectations and is now over 7,200 learners. For staff, specifically those teaching de-streamed literacy and math programs in kindergarten to grade 10 classrooms, the department developed 2 digital tools that support language and math instruction. In alignment with Goal 1.3, maintaining a culture of high expectations for staff, this tool serves as a digital curriculum roadmap for teachers. This roadmap provides consistency, alignment, and transparency in literacy and math instruction, as well as assessments across the district. For staff in secondary schools teaching the newly revised curricula, the department offered resources, learning plans, and new tools to help teachers deliver new course content to high fidelity. These resources and professional learning opportunities help teachers remain current and culturally responsive to diverse and changing learning opportunities, as outlined in Goal 1.4 of the multi-year strategic plan. For all teachers, we are dedicated to supporting their professional growth. 20 additional qualification courses were created through the collaboration of teachers from various central departments and from schools across the Peel District School Board. All additional qualification courses that were created were submitted to the Ontario College of Teachers for accreditation. This fall, we committed to offering the following 6 AQ courses to teachers: First Nations, Métis, and Inuit Studies, Addressing Anti-Black Racism in Pedagogy and Practice, Teaching English Language Learners, Mathematics Primary and Junior, Mathematics for grades 7 and 8, and Special Education. We expect 270 teachers to register for these courses. All courses will be subsidized. Offering PDSB-created teacher courses addresses Goal 1.4 of the multi-year strategic plan, ensuring that we maintain ongoing professional learning so that teachers remain current in a culturally diverse and changing world. For families with children in kindergarten to grade 10, the Curriculum and School Improvement Department will continue to offer math digital tools for students to use at home. By understanding and accessing tools at home that support the learning that happens in classrooms, we believe that this deepens student understanding of mathematics, which will enhance access to future pathways and opportunities as outlined in Goal 1.5 of the multi-year strategic plan. For families with children from kindergarten to grade 5, the department will continue to offer monthly virtual parent engagement nights. Last year, we offered Read, Write, Soar to families, and this year we will be offering a series entitled Read, Count, Soar, where families will engage in literacy and math learning opportunities. For families who have children in secondary programs, we continue to promote rewarding career paths through the Specialist High Skills Major, SHSM, and our Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program, OYAP. This evening, many of you experienced the electric car built by students in the SHSM program at Humberview. Students won second place in the 12-volt endurance race, 6 seconds short of the first place win. They also won the 2024 Rookie of the Year Award and the Toyota Fabrication and Manufacturing Award. This year, they are working on a more powerful 24-volt car to race in the spring. These initiatives are a gateway to exciting opportunities in skilled trades. In December, the department is planning a Youth in Action event to showcase these pathways. We look forward to continuing this important work in support of the multi-year strategic plan. We're also looking forward to collaborating with central departments, school staff, and families to ensure that all students thrive in learning environments throughout Peel while achieving academic excellence. We will continue to provide the board updates to support the plan. Thank you for your continued support. Happy to respond to any questions at this time.
Thank you. Trustee Promoli, Trustee K. McDonald is putting this on the floor for me. Any question, concerns? Trustee Alves.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to give a shout out to the wonderful students from Humberview and thank them dearly. And I would also like to put Elon Musk on notice. I think he's got some competition. I didn't get to drive the car, but I know a colleague of mine did. I got to sit in it, and I think it was fantastic. Infinitely better than the Tesla I've driven now and again. So thank you again to those students.
Thank you, Trustee Alves. Any other trustee question or concern? Trustee Cameron.
Thank you. Thank you for the report. It's pretty in-depth. I'm not sure that I heard the measurables in all of those. I think they're amazing goals, objectives, lots of programs, lots of opportunities. And I'm just down the road, I'll be looking, I know for me, okay, I think what we learned from our exercise with the director in developing this amazing plan moving forward is that it is what we'll be measured by as well, what the director will be measured by. Are we meeting all of these goals and values that we landed on, including the individual examples that you've shared, Superintendent? Thank you for that. But let's keep our eye on the prize, which is student achievement is one of our leading goals, right? So thank you for that.
So thank you, Trustee Cameron, and not to just leave it out there. I just want you to know that everything that has been brought forward, this is a starting point because the director and I had conversation, and it's all about around measurement, the impact, and also accountability to ensuring that we are able to go back and say, okay, here is tangible evidence that, our plan is working. So definitely that is coming, but it's early time yet. But thank you for that comment. Appreciate it. Okay. All right. I see no other questions. Trustee Benjamin. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah.
Through you, Chair, I'd just like to thank Superintendent Shibaro for this wonderful information that you have provided. I just would like to state that, there's a lot of programs that we are offering to our students, which is very good. And we can see the impact of all this in that the vehicle that has been brought there, and I was scared to sit on it. So anyway, if for K-5 schools especially, and for, we have a lot of newcomers coming in. We have so many parents who may not be aware of, how to navigate the Peel District School Board's website. So just a request that you should be continuously informing. I know our principals do a good job of informing parents, but it has to go back. The information has to keep going back to let them know that these are the things available, these are the tools available, especially for math and reading, so we can be on track to see that our kids do well in school. Thank you.
Trustee K. McDonald.
Thank you, through you, Chair. So my first question was going to be, and first, thank you very much for that report. But my first question is going to be, you mentioned math digital tools for students to be used at home. So how will families be made aware of this opportunity?
Thank you for that question, Trustee McDonald, and through you, Chair Green. We have a number of ways of notifying families of the math tools. First and foremost, through classroom teachers. Our teachers will be able to send that information directly to families through newsletters and communication. Also, it is posted on the math on our website that families can also access. We also have the new program that's coming out, Read, Count, Soar, where we will also be showcasing and demonstrating the use of this tool for families. It's important to note that this is the second year we offer this tool, so many of our families are very familiar with it, but we will definitely continue to share and surface that tool.
Thank you. And a follow-up question to that, through you, Chair, is the staff is training or aware that to ensure that all learners, including marginalized students, get that opportunity and they have the faith that all students can in fact do math?
Thank you so much for that question, Trustee McDonald, and through you, Chair Green. We are dedicated to ensuring through data-driven decision-making that our focus remains on students' outcomes, especially those who continue to experience disproportionate outcomes. This software, as well as the math programming, is offered to all educators throughout the board with support through math facilitators, as well as our math resource teachers. We have a number of tracking tools and support mechanisms to ensure that all of our students are successful. And we do focus ensuring that the gaps that we are seeing are addressed directly through direct instruction. We continue the work and we are deepening the supports offered to our schools.
Okay, thank you for that. And I have a follow-up to, so Trustee Cameron spoke about the measurable part, but in terms of the accountability, like how, and like data, how we're going to ensure that this is in fact progressing as we hope.
Thank you for that incredible question, Trustee McDonald. And again, through you, Chair Green, we work very closely on all of our initiatives to ensure that they are data-driven. We have monitoring frameworks that align with the goals of the multi-year strategic plan, as well as our school improvement goals. Success will be measured on an ongoing basis through various data points, report cards, assessment tools that we offer our educators, EQAO results, credit accumulation, participation and engagement. We also look at enrollment in targeted programs, COI being one of them, which is what I shared earlier today, as well as our SHSM. So enrollment in different programs is also one of our measures of success. Another piece that we work closely is offering surveys to our students, our staff, and our families to ensure that we are meeting the mark. And our surveys are always utilized to inform the decisions that we make. So it is a data-informed decision-making framework that we work with to ensure that student achievement is tracked and maintained on an ongoing basis.
Great, thank you very much for that. And my last question is, so when I look at the multi-year strategic plan, I don't see, to me, what's glaringly absent is the mention of, you mentioned marginalized students, but anti-Black racism in particular. So how do we ensure that the system doesn't read this as we have moved on, and we ensure that we are still going to be ensuring that all marginalized students, including Black students, are reflected in their in positive outcomes and reflected in this plan?
Thank you for the question, Trustee McDonald, and through you, Chair Green. All of the initiatives and all the work that we do through the curriculum department is done in collaboration with our equity department, a special ed department, and through the focus of all of our equity strategies. Black student success is paramount in the work that we do, and we do create culturally responsive, identity-affirming tools that we share with our schools. Knowing our learners is key to the work, and when we know our students, their lived experiences, their identities, and their funds of knowledge, we are able to address their learning in a responsive and deliberate manner. So our educators are very well equipped at working with learners and ensuring that their identities are supported and elevated in programming.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. See no other questions. And just to reinforce, I believe that the director and myself was intentional around reinforcing that at starting point. And I think the message was clear, because even this morning I was in a high school and a principal looked at me and said, thank you for reinforcing that. And the message at starting point was clear. And he already told me how, even with the strategic plan, everything has been already start breaking down to the classroom. So thank you very much. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to move down to 11.2. Again, oral report and Same strategic plan. Okay, Director Suru.
Thank you, and through you, Chair Green. So in addition to the multi-year strategic plan progress report, we also want to share how the multi-year strategic plan is being actioned in schools. So each month an oral report will be brought to you to learn about what's happening in schools. And I will now ask Associate Director Paul Da Silva to present the report.
Thank you, Director Swaroop, and through you, Chair Green. The Multi-Year Strategic Plan, MYSP, developed in collaboration with the Board of Trustees and staff, serves as our guiding framework for advancing the Peel District School Board. Its core goals, student achievement, safety and well-being, equity and inclusion, and community engagement are infused into the fabric of all of our schools, ensuring that every student benefits from an exceptional educational experience. While we recognize the incredible efforts already taking place across many of our schools, we want to take a few moments at each board meeting to highlight initiatives directly aligned with our MYSP from one of our 13 field superintendents monthly. These snapshots offer a glimpse of an impactful work being done by our dedicated educators and outstanding students as we continue to make strides towards our shared vision. I'll now pass this over to Superintendent Nirja Punjabi to report on one of her schools in Area 13.
Thank you, Associate Director Da Silva, and through you, Chair Green. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity. I would like to take a moment to highlight some exceptional work happening at Stanley Mills Public School in alignment with goal number 1 and 2 of the multi-year strategic plan. This September, students from grades 1 to 5 kicked off the school year with an innovative initiative called Camp Full Steam Ahead. Recognizing that many students may not have had the opportunity to attend a summer camp, the school extended that experience into the classroom, offering a unique blend of learning and engagement during the first week of school. The vision for this initiative began taking shape in April of 2024, when the staff at Stanley Mills, in collaboration with the board's research and innovation team, embarked on a mission to create an empowering and enriching experience for their students. The goal was to offer a hands-on, project-based learning environment that would push students to think critically, collaborate with their peers, and solve complex challenges, all within a limited time frame. Camp Full Steam Ahead allowed students to immerse themselves in activities centered on science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Through these engaging projects, students have the opportunity to explore new ideas, develop problem-solving skills, and take ownership of their learning. This approach directly aligns with our multi-year strategic plan's focus on student achievement and well-being, as it fosters the development of critical thinking, creativity, and teamwork, skills that are essential for success both inside and outside the classroom and embody the elements of empowering modern learning. Next slide, please. What makes this initiative truly special is its commitment to equity and inclusion. The staff at Stanley Mills ensured that every student had the resources and support needed to actively participate, regardless of their background or previous experiences. This inclusive environment not only boosted engagement, but also empowered students to explore a variety of academic and career pathways, setting the foundation for future success. The second example that I will be sharing with you highlights goal number 4, community engagement of the multi-year strategic plan. The Green Thumb Grandparents Club was a sincere attempt to involve the grandparents of students who attend Stanley Mills. The project addresses the grade 3 science curriculum. Drawing on Indigenous ways of learning, the school team invited grandparents to teach our students how to grow plants using their expertise. The grandparents were farmers back in their home country, both from India and the Caribbean. Students not only learned about plants and their life cycle, but important life lessons on how Indigenous peoples from various cultures around the world use plants for food, shelter, medicine, and clothing. Camp Full Steam Ahead and the Green Thumb Grandparents Club marks the beginning of an ongoing journey at Stanley Mills Public School. These are two remarkable examples demonstrating a reciprocal partnership between school and community, of how innovative thinking and a commitment to student well-being can shape the future of education. Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent, for that report. I'm going to ask down this side, Trustee Clark and Trustee Bailey to put this on the floor for me. Do we have any question? I'm seeing none. Good news all the way around. Thank you very much. All those in favor? Approved. Thank you. Yes, great. Awesome, great. So we're going to move down to 11.3. And this is a trustee learning plan, and this is going to be presented by our governance officer.
Thank you. Good evening, and through the chair, I present to you the trustee annual learning plan for the 2024-2025 school year. This plan complies with Ministry Directive 6 and PDSB procedure bylaw regarding the implementation of a mandatory annual learning plan. This year's plan builds on the previous year's learnings and aims to deepen knowledge in areas such as equity, the budget development process, meeting management, and also includes media training. All sessions will be recorded to ensure accessibility. The Governance and Policy Department will manage the delivery and maintenance of the plan. And tonight, staff are seeking approval of this plan. And through the chair, I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you. Trustee Davies and Trustee Cameron is putting on the floor for me. Okay. Do we have any questions or concerns? I'm seeing none. I just want to reiterate and reinforce that this is a mandatory, our plan, okay? So trustees, I know some of you may not be able to attend, but if you're not able to attend, there's other ways on how you can get this done. Because in my meeting with ministry, I now, through working with the director after report, whether this is done or not, we are being held to be accountable, not just to the government, but to ourselves to make sure that this has been done. So I'm asking us to make sure that we make every effort. Our first training will be on media, and that is on October the 16th. I don't know why they decided to do it on my birthday, but it's okay. Please make sure it's in your calendar. So with that said, all those in favor of the trustee learning plan? Okay, thank you. Carries. Okay, we're going to move down to 11.4, which is Municipal Freedom of Information, Protective and Privacy Act, Delegation of Authority Report. And this is going to be presented by our own Nicole.
Through your chair, the report is here for approval of the Board of Trustees and is in accordance with the Municipal Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Act. Under the Act, the head is the Board of Trustees, who may in writing delegate its powers or duties under the Act to an officer or officers of the institution. The report recommends a change in delegation of head for the purposes of the Act from General Counsel to the Chief Operating Officer and Associate Director of Operations and Equity. Happy to respond to any questions.
Okay, put it in the floor for me. Trustee Joe Hall, Trustee Pomoli. Question, concern? I'm seeing none. All those in favor for report? Carries. Thank you. Thank you, Nicole. Item 12, communication. We have none. Item 13, trustee motion for consideration. We got none. Item 14, trustee notice of motion. There is none. I'm going to move to item 15, which is adoption of the closed session report. Trustee Johal, Trustee B. McDonald is putting that on the floor for me. Question, concern? All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. All right. Item 15A is our student staff. Good news story and success. And we're going to watch the video.
Peel District School Board's multi-year strategic plan for 2024 to 2028 identifies the most important priorities for the board as well as the actions necessary to accomplish these goals. These goals are all interconnected, and when we collaborate on achieving them, we will be more successful in fulfilling our purpose, which is to promote student success through inclusion, innovation, and empowerment. Seven Peel District School Board graduates started their college journeys this semester on a high note, having been honored as recipients of the 2024 Schulich Builder Scholarships, which are given to hardworking students who are interested in a career in skilled trades and who will be pursuing a diploma or certificate program before entering the workforce. Scholarships range from $20,000 for those completing a one-year certificate program to $40,000 for students entering a two-year diploma program. Congratulations to the scholarship recipients who attended Humberview, Judith Nyman, Lincoln Alexander, Meadowvale, Port Credit, and West Credit secondary schools. Humberview Secondary School won $1,000 for the school's welding program when they were recently recognized with an honorable mention by the CWB Welding Foundation's Forged by Youth Awards. This award celebrates the creativity and effort that goes into secondary school welding projects. And what a collaborative effort it was. Conceived and designed by students in the design class, manufactured and welded together by students in the manufacturing classes, while construction students managed the excavation for the sign and pour the concrete for the base. This sign will continue to represent the adoration and pride students feel for their school and community for years to come. Stanley Mills Public School students kicked off the year with Camp Full Steam Ahead, a hands-on program that engaged them in science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. This amazing program fostered their curiosity in learning and built a sense of community in each classroom. Through this hands-on STEAM focus, a culture of collaboration, inclusivity, and joy in learning became the foundation for this school year, demonstrating how teachers can empower modern learners and create well-being and learning environments. This morning, on September 25th, Peel District School Board and Dufferin-Peel Catholic District School Board came together at Living Arts Center in Mississauga to present the event Illuminating Truths, Bridging Generations to Reconciliation. Designed to immerse high school students in the vibrant and diverse cultures of Indigenous peoples, students gained a deeper understanding and appreciation of Indigenous traditions through music, dance, poetry, and personal narratives. This event was about engaging with the inherent truth and resilience of residential school survivors and their descendants, a journey of understanding, empathy, and connection that will leave a lasting impact on all involved. EcoSchools Canada recently launched the Eco Team Awards, which recognize outstanding eco teams across the country in 3 categories: elementary, secondary, and Kickstart for both English and French schools. The Kickstart category is for schools who are new to the program or returning to the program after several years. Out of nearly 50 applicants in the English Kickstart category from across Canada, Dunrankin Drive Public Schools scored the highest overall, achieving incredible marks in categories like impact and community engagement, student leadership, and exceptionality and excellence. As one judge enthusiastically noted, the team demonstrates a strong commitment to student well-being, leadership, diversity, innovation, and inquiry, all through engaging the school in environmental learning. Congratulations to the Eco team at Dunrankin Drive Public School. You have made us all Peel proud.
Trustee Clark is moving this for me. All those in favor, It's all good news around. And just before we move to adjournment, I know I did this the last board meeting, but they're actually in their seat tonight, our new elected student trustees here this afternoon to witness their first board meeting. And I know they're going to be doing great work representing their peers, both the North and the South. And our first Indigenous trustee, Aston, who has been, Aston has been very, very engaging in his community and doing a lot of work out there representing our Indigenous community of students. So thank you and welcome again. Thank you very much. So with that said, I know Trustee Cameron hand is up in the here, and I'm going to give it to Trustee Promoli down here. Moving adjournment. All those in favor? Carries. Have a good night. Thank you for being here.